Hola students, welcome back to another video. We are still focusing on las invitaciones, invitations. However, before we get into today's lesson, vamos a repasar. Let us review. So in the last class, we were extending invitations in Spanish. There are several ways to extend an invitation in Spanish, and these were the few methods I presented in the previous class. Remember, you can choose any of these methods. We just have to remember that if the place is masculine, meaning that it has the article el, that means we're going to use al when extending the invitation. For example, ¿Quieres ir al cine conmigo? Notice we have the al because it is el cine. However, if the place is feminine, meaning that the place has the article la, we're going to use a la when extending the invitation. For example, ¿Quieres ir a la playa conmigo? Notice that we used a la because it is la playa. Now that you know how to extend the invitation, today you're going to learn how to accept an invitation in Spanish. Now I want for you to meet Angela and Pablo. Now Angela is going to be inviting Pablo somewhere and he's going to be accepting the invitation. So she's going to be using WhatsApp to send Pablo a message. So she's typing her message. Pablo gets the message and he's typing his response. Angela gets his response. Let me take a screenshot of the message so we can look at it together. Now Angela says to Pablo, Hola Pablo, ¿quieres ir al concierto conmigo? What do you think this means, students? If you said, do you want to go to the concert with me? Then you are correct. Now let us look on Pablo's response. So he says, Sí, yo quiero ir al concierto contigo. Do you know what this means, students? Tell me now. Excelente, estudiantes. It does mean, yes, I want to go to the concert with you. So students, one way to accept invitations in Spanish is to simply say, yo quiero ir al or yo quiero ir a la, followed by the place contigo. And this means I want to go to wherever the place is with you. But students, you need to remember, if the place is masculine, meaning that it has the article el, then we're going to use al when accepting the invitation. And if it is feminine, we are going to use a la. So let us look back at the text message. Notice that we used al to extend the invitation as well as to accept the invitation. And this is so because it is el concierto. So because it is el concierto, then we had to use al. But you don't only have to say to the person, yes, I want to go to the place with you. There are several other methods to accept invitations, so let's now look on a few. So we could say, yo quiero venir, yo puedo ir, yo puedo venir, me gustaría ir, me gustaría venir, me encantaría ir, or me encantaría venir. And of course, you would use either the al or the a la followed by the place. Then you could put contigo. So tell me, students, how would someone invite you to the following places and how would you accept the invitation? Remember to use al if the place is masculine and a la if the place is feminine. Write your responses in your books. Now students, there are actually other expressions that we can add to those methods of accepting invitation.
You're serious?
Yes, I am very serious because we want the acceptance of the invitation to look real. So we're not only going to say, yes, I would love to go to the place with you, or yes, I want to go to the place with you. We are going to add some other useful expressions. So students, we can say to the person, por supuesto, claro, claro que sí, sí, qué buena idea, cómo no, qué divertido. You notice how those phrases sound nice? So let us do some examples where we add these phrases to the other methods of accepting invitations. So let's say, for example, Pablo says to Maria, ¿Quieres ir al cine conmigo? Meaning, do you want to go to the cinema with me? Maria could respond by saying, Claro, me encantaría ir al cine contigo. Meaning, of course, I would love to go to the cinema with you. So right away, we see where Maria added claro, meaning of course. In the second example, we see where Miguel is inviting Ana to the beach, and she responds by saying, ¿Cómo no? Yo puedo venir a la playa contigo. So she added, sure, and then she said, I can come to the beach with you. So students, you can add any of those phrases to the methods of accepting invitations. Now you have 2 simple activities to complete, and this will be posted on Google Classroom. But that's it for today, students. Adios, take care.